Hello everyone, this is Sarah and this is my channel, Lady Lugana. Welcome. If you are new to this channel, it is a channel dedicated to cross stitch. Specifically my joy for cross stitch, my passion for cross stitch, my enjoyment in sharing the pieces and the works I have in progress with other people, as well as the joy I have in being able to see other people's work and share that with them and all the hard work that they put into it. So welcome, and I hope you enjoy. First and foremost, I just want to say thank you so much for all of the wonderful comments, the encouragement, and the response I got for my very first video was overwhelming. This community is so amazing and so supportive, and I can't thank anyone enough for all of the encouragement, and it was just such a joy to be able to open my email and see that someone had commented and watched my video and had taken the time to do so. So thank you. I did want to say a special shout out to Adventures in Stitching and Pearls and Ponderings. They are two new Flosstubers, and they both have 2 videos out now, I think. And so it was fun to first and foremost watch their videos. Adventures in Stitching, she has a lot of full coverage pieces, and she has I think 2 different Thomas Kincaid Disney pieces that are quite lovely. I really, really love her Cinderella piece. And then Pearls and Pondering, she is in the UK, and she has a blackwork chessboard that is absolutely stunning. I love to see her progress on it. And so it was fun to get to start all of our Flosstube adventures kind of at the same time. So I enjoyed that a lot. I got a lot of positive responses about a Mirabilia pattern parade, and so that is what I'm going to do today. Sorry it was a little bit late. I have a special giveaway that I was waiting to come in the mail so that I could show it to everyone, and at the time of my next video, send it to a lucky winner. So let's get started. The first thing I want to share with you is, if you watched my first video, you know that I've been stitching consistently for approximately a year. Yeah, it's like a little over a year now. And so I only have 2 pieces in progress, 2 works in progress. One is a smaller Nora Corbett, and one is a larger Mirabilia piece. And for those of you who are not familiar, Nora Corbett designs Mirabilia pieces, and generally speaking, the Nora Corbett pieces are a touch smaller, more manageable, kind of better for those learning to stitch or the first attempt to tackle one of her designs. And then the Mirabilia pieces are larger. And so actually my husband came up with the name Lady Lugana, and in part because I like to stitch on Lugana, but the other part of that was more appealing to me is that I like to stitch fancy ladies. So I was looking through my patterns, and even like my full coverage pieces, all of them, I'm like, oh wow, there are a lot of fancy ladies on all of these patterns. And so I think you'll be able to see that represented in this collection. So the first one I wanted to show you is this pattern here. Is that focusing? I think so. It's called Madonna in the Garden, and this is a Mirabilia piece. And this is the Mirabilia work in progress that I have going right now. And so this is where I am. Not very far. To be honest, this was my first endeavor into 2/2 linen. 2 floss threads over 2 linen. And I had to frog like 3 times, so it got put into timeout. I've since grown more comfortable stitching 2/2, but frogging 3 times, it kind of gets put in timeout after that. So this is the called for colors on the called for fabric. It's a Wishelt. I don't remember the name of it, and the actual pattern is in the other room, but it's the called for, and I think it's lovely so far. And then my fancy needle minders, these are just from Amazon. I like all the gold. I think you can kind of see it sparkling. So my goal is to have her finished by next October, with the hopes, the anticipation, the possibility of going to the Queen City Stitch Retreat, where the focus of the retreat is Nora Corbett, Mirabilia, and she will be present. So I'd love to get this one done and framed and have it. I think it's lovely. So she is one of my special pieces. Set her over here. The other piece that I have going, and you may remember this from my conversation last time talking about Halloween, is my love for Halloween. So this is one of Nora Corbett's Bewitching Pixies. Her name is Luna, and she is actually being stitched by quite a number of people. The Huga Stitcher, who does a lot of Mirabilia, Nora Corbett, has her going as well as a work in progress, and she has all the black and the hat done, and she just showed it. It was her 1-year Flosstube anniversary, so she did a whip parade not too long ago, and this is one of her pieces. And I love the colors of this pattern. So this is what I have so far. Let's see if that's focusing. And I have stitches in, but none of the beading. You can kind of see the Krynic, which is a metallic thread sparkling with the green. I like how dense this color coverage is. I think it's really cool. And I've been stitching their skin, not 1/1, but 2/2, as I am learning. I thought 2/2 and learning how to do quarter stitches, etc., would be best initially, and then consider 1/1 for future projects. And I can't remember, I think she came from Amazon too, but it cracks me up because she's in a little purple dress with a little black cape. She's got the green in her hat and the little pumpkin at her feet. And so I was like, oh, she matches perfectly. So that is Nora Corbett's Luna. And so I would love to get her done by Halloween. We'll see. We'll see if that happens. So those are my 2 that I actually have in progress. And so the rest are simply patterns that I've collected. I'll start with my Nora Corbett pieces. And I have 2 series. The first, the Bewitching Pixies, because I love Halloween. So I'll show you those first. And so this is Anna. I like the kitty cat. And I love these patterns for the fact that the colors are so bright, and they're on a milk chocolate. Luna is stitched as called for as well on a milk chocolate 32 count by Wishelt. And I love how the colors pop. Like the bright colors just pop so well on that milk chocolate color. And so this is Gigi. They all look so elegant and sassy. It's like they all have their own little personalities, and I think it's great. I really like this one. This is Electra. I want to stitch that orange so bad. I love that. I think it would be great, like just to see the floss on a floss ring or something. I'll just do a floss toss for the fun of it. I think they're beautiful. This is Cleo. I like Cleo's purple color. And I think it's neat that her wings look like raven wings, and she has a raven. So she looks more like a bird pixie than fairy wings per se. This is Emmy. And the Huga Stitcher has stitched this one as well. This is a complete, like she has finished this project. And it looks so good. This is Ava or Eva. Look at that dress. Makes me want to like dress up as one of these Bewitching Pixies for Halloween. This is Gwen. I like Gwen because of that beautiful fence behind her silhouette and all the green. Ugh. Green is one of my favorite colors, so I love it. And then Mary. Mary is so regal with her checkered cape. She's quite lovely. She looks like a wizard almost. She's got her scepter with her wise owl. This is Minerva. And this is Raven, which is ironic considering I thought the other one looked like she had raven wings, but this is actually, her name is Raven. It's amazing how she was able to design these all with such bright, beautiful dresses and all of differing color. Like they're all in a different color palette, and I think that's great. And then Zinnia. Zinnia has a smoking goblet, which is amazing. I am wondering what she's drinking out of that smoking goblet. Look up some fun cocktails for Halloween. Oh, that would be fun. Figure out some cocktails that would actually like dry ice and smoke, and I don't know. I'll have to get on that. So that is my first Nora Corbett collection. And then my second Nora Corbett collection are the Reindeer and Sleigh series for Christmas. And so I have all of the reindeers, and I think they're called the Christmas Eve Couriers is what they are called. And so it's all of the reindeer. Let me see if I can find this sleigh. I'm not sure you heard that. My puppy's in her happy spot beside me, and she's snoring. This is the Christmas Eve Courier Santa's sleigh. I like all the packages. They all have these little tags. And I'm like, oh, that's so cute. So I think it would be fun to stitch one of the Bewitching Pixies a year and one of the Christmas Couriers a year and get them all done. I think there's 12 Bewitching Pixies, maybe 10 in the Courier collection. I'm not sure. And the Hugo Stitcher also has a lot of these done. And she's talking about how they use the same floss and the same kind of coloring for all of the reindeer. And then they change up their beads, which I'm like, yay, I can't wait to start. So this is Prancer. That's just so pretty. Get their whisper tails. Oof. Whisper is a fuzzy floss, and so it calls for it in their tails, so all of their tails will be fuzzy, which is super cute. This is Rudolph, his bright nose shining and leading the way. He looks so regal. The wreath around his neck. Yeah, I like him. This is Blitzen. Blitzen I like because he has this scene below him. It looks like a peaceful wintry night. So, and here is, this is Comet. Comet kind of makes me laugh a little bit because he looks so focused. He's like, I have a job to do. Don't bother me. He's so stoic. He's got a stoic expression. This is Vixen. I like that bow on Vixen. And this is Donner. It'd be really fun to get these all framed and hung on the wall during Christmas, like they're taking off into the night sky. This is Dasher. And even from this picture alone, it's almost like you can see the treasures and the beads and the gems sparkling just in the picture alone. So I bet when he's all stitched up and the beads and treasures are attached, it looks really good. So this is Dancer. And then this is Cupid. Cupid. I like Cupid too because of the, I don't know what kind of bird that is. Partridge? I don't know. What's a Christmas bird that you would expect to see with Cupid? I'm not sure, but I think he's cute. So those are all of my Nora Corbett patterns. And so my Mirabilia collection, I have been collecting. My husband has actually been helping me. He is the one who has acquired some of the more difficult to find pieces. In fact, the last acquisition was all his doing, and it was a big surprise. And it was really the last queen that I was really like, I need this queen. So I'm excited to show that to you. So let's start with pile number 1. So I love the big pattern kind of scenes as well. I think my favorite are fairies. I love fairies. Like I could stitch fairies forever. I don't know why. I just love them. I love them. And so I'm trying to collect all of the fairies in her collection. So this one is Muka, and the Huga Stitcher is working on this one too. But I like fairies, and I like the ones that are in bed. Like there's a lot of pieces where, or the sleeping ones. So you'll see, they have scenes, but they're in like this beautiful postered bed, and I don't know, with a chandelier, and it's very lovely. I love the color palette in this. Quite stunning. So that is Muka. This is Athena, Goddess of Wisdom. And a lot of these I chose in part because of their picture, but also in part because of their color palette. Like, look how bright those colors are. They are so beautiful. It makes me just want to spend my life stitching. I love this one too. This is Christmas in London. I would love to start this Christmas. I've been wanting to start this for a long time. I think it's so beautiful. I love the rich reds and kind of purplish reds, and the elegance of it. It's beautiful. And this is Sleeping Beauty. This is one of the ones my husband helped me find. Actually, this is one of the ones he found and gifted to me, which I think she's stunning. I love the colors. I love the roses going across the top. She's a little glary, I'm sorry. So that is Sleeping Beauty. This is The Kiss. I like this one because there's another person in it. There's a male character, and I think that's lovely. And I also, there's something about the tile floor down here. It's just all very elegant. So, yeah. This one is called Angel Proclamation. And I think up here, I'm looking at it, I think this is a piece of ribbon, actually, that's stitched on, which I think is really cool. Little angels playing with ribbon. And it says, angels dwell here. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. My mother gifted this one to me for Christmas. She said I studied music for a time, and she said it reminded me of when I was studying music. And so this one's called Crystal Symphony. It looks like she just attended the Met, or is at a pre-party or post-party for the Metropolitan Opera, and is all decked out in her gown and enjoying the cool fresh air. I really like this one too. This is Lady of the Mist. I think she's just beautiful. I think the roses the color specifically, the fact that they're like that deep, rich pink red color, I think is beautiful. And her blonde hair is darker. She's pretty. And here are my Santas. This is Santa's Magic and Winter White Santa. So this is Santa's Magic. And this is Winter White Santa. And so some of these are out of print. Not all of them are, but the interesting thing about these are the fact that I've only been collecting for a year, so I was able to find all of these, even the difficult to find ones, within a year. So if you just keep your eye out, specifically on eBay, you'll see them pop up. Sometimes they're more expensive than other times, and just making sure that you are watching kind of the price point on average. I think I spent at most on one of the out of print ones. I think the most I spend on a pattern is around $55, and this is one of the hard to find out of print patterns. So if you watch and keep your eye out, you can find them for reasonable prices. So this is Lady of Mystery. I think she would be a fun Halloween stitch too, with the black kind of, it's like black work almost going all the way across the top. Oh, this is one of my favorites. This is Christmas Flourishes. I want to stitch her. She would also be a fun one to start this Christmas. I think, if I can find it, she would be pretty with, let me see if I can find her real quick. Pair them up. Sorry guys, I might be able to find her. This might be a reflection of the fact that I have too many patterns. Maybe, we'll see. Here's just the very last one. Very last one. I think she would be fun to pair up with Christmas Elegance and have them side by side because they can face each other. So this is Christmas Elegance. These are both out of print, unfortunately. But as I mentioned, I've been able to find all of these within a year. So, and this is Christmas Flourishes. And just hang them side by side as they face each other. I think that would be fun. A wall full of Mirabilia fancy ladies. This is Rapunzel. She is not out of print. She's newer. I like her bright colors too. And I like the fact that her hair is dark. I feel like so many Rapunzels have blonde hair, but I like this darker brown color. I think it's pretty. So that's Rapunzel. This is Rosamond. A lot of people are stitching this one. She is also new. See, I told you, lots of sleeping people in beds. Fancy ladies asleep in bed. It's kind of strange, but I think they're lovely. This is the Gypsy Queen. And of course, her color palette was what drew me to her. All the bright oranges and like complementing the teal, like the bright teal. Yes. This is another set that the Huga Stitcher stitched. She has hers completely finished, and it's similar to like the Christmas Flourishes and Christmas Elegance. They kind of go, they're sisters, and they kind of would like hand in hand, I think. So this is the Bliss Fairy, and the Bliss Fairy is this one. And then Petal Fairy is this one. And it's putting them side by side. I think they're lovely. I really like the petal fairy. I like the bright, sunny colors. It makes me think of spring days and sunshine. So that is Bliss Fairy and Petal Fairy. And these are not out of print. You can find these. This is Garden Beauty. I love roses too. I have a lot of the patterns that she has because of the flower choice being a rose. So this is the Snow Queen. A lot of people have stitched this up. I like this one because of the really over-the-top regal reindeer. It's very elegant, very stoic, very Ice Queen. This is Lady Mirabilia, and this is a 25-year anniversary pattern. This is a giant charm. It's quite large, and it was 1993 to 2018. So she came out in 2018. And I believe Amy, Fiber Arts Amy, had her framed by Rensselaer Studios, if I remember right, which looks amazing. So I was like, oh, that's amazing. This is the Dreamer. She is out of print, but I think she is also lovely. I love the color palette. Drawn to a lot of these because of the bright, bold color palettes. And she's a sleeping lady. And ironically, she has flowers that look like roses falling off her lap. So checks 3 boxes, right? This one, I'm just going to hold up the picture because it's fallen off of the pattern. It's the Rose of Sharon. And I found this on eBay for really inexpensive, and it had all of the floss already with it. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. I like her yellow dress. So that is the Rose of Sharon. So I grew up in Japan. Oh, sorry, my knees. I'm getting old. I grew up in Japan. I lived there for 6 years. And so a lot of the pieces that I have that I want to stitch are geishas or landscapes from Japan, specifically cherry blossoms. And so my sister and I had talked about starting this one together next year. We do birthday starts, so she'll pick a pattern on her birthday, which is in June, and I will stitch that pattern, and then I pick one in January, and she will stitch that pattern. So we stitch them together. That way we're hoping to only do 2 starts in a year, so we don't have too many whips going, but we shall see. This is Miss Cherry Blossom. So I think she had mentioned this might be one of her picks for her next birthday start. I think she would be. I love this piece. She's one of the more elegant geishas that I've seen. Joan Elliott has a lot of geishas, which are stunning. I have a lot of her geishas as well, but I think Miss Cherry Blossom is so pretty. I love her dress, her kimono. It's stunning. Look at the colors in that. And the hair ornaments and the obi, the special obi that you tie around your waist. Oh, so pretty. This is Ophelia. And I like this one because of the sense of movement it evokes. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with Ophelia in Hamlet, where she's driven mad and drowns herself. And so I think this is quite just the chaotic nature of this particular piece. There's a lot of movement, there's a lot of chaos, but it's still beautiful. I like that a lot about this piece. That it's reflective of her namesake. So this one's unusual. This is called the Garden Muses. And I just thought this was unusual. I like gardens. I want a garden one day, a beautiful garden, both floral and vegetable. And I think I like the symmetry kind of unusual about this piece. It may not be one of the very first ones I choose to start, do other ones first, but I think it's worth having in the collection. So that's that one. This is the Sun Goddess. All those purples. I love fairies. I love this one. This is August Peridot Fairy. Look at those colors. They stand out. I think it is milk chocolate. It stands out so well on that milk chocolate fabric. It looks so good. These big, big, big butterfly wings. Yeah. I'm gonna have like 52 million projects started. They're all Mirabilias. This is called Fairy Tales. It came out in 1996. Might be hard to see, but it's a mother reading to her child, and they're both angels. They both have angel wings. So I think they're cute. I like the more muted colors in this one, actually. They're soft and kind of nursery-like. That's that one. This is Winter Love. I thought this was appropriate as I moved to New Hampshire. New winter. So this is the Red Lady Pirate. I like this one. In Savannah, every summer they have a pirate festival, and it made me think of Savannah. So I like that one for that reason. There's the Pirate's House. It is the oldest building in all of Savannah, 1700s, I believe. It is discussed, actually written about specifically in Treasure Island. They used to Shanghai people there, so they would knock them unconscious, take them underground, and have them on the pirate ship working for them. So I love the ocean, and I love the red pirate lady. So this is the Blooming Bride. She is out of print as well, but I love how bright and beautiful she is on that dark fabric with those bold flowers coming down. Ugh, so pretty. So pretty. So that is the Blooming Bride. And of course, Fairy Flora. Can't have a complete fairy collection without Fairy Flora. This is reminiscent, the designer of Butternut Road, Lavender and Lace, Marilyn Levitt Emblem, is the mother of Nora Corbett. And this is reminiscent of her fairy grandmother, and she has another fairy piece. I can't think of the name of it, but this makes me think of the fairy grandmother that Marilyn Levitt Emblem designed. I feel like there's a similarity in these patterns, and I think they're lovely. This is Snow Angel. Just kidding. It's called Giggles in the Snow. Little kiddos playing in the snow. This is Ella, the Frog Princess. I think she'd be really pretty on like a dark background, maybe a purple or something with this bright yellow dress. I think so. I like this one. Scent of Old Roses. I like the color of her dress. I'm drawn to the colors. Always drawn to the colors. She's pretty. And then this one is actually called Savannah's Curtsy. And it makes me think of Southern hospitality. She's a Southern belle. She's curtsying. It says welcome, and she's like all decked out in full Southern regalia on her checkered floor here. Some of the beautiful old homes in Savannah, this makes me think of that. And so I think she She's also a redhead. You don't see a lot of redheads in the Mirabilia patterns. So I think she's lovely. She's going to be higher on the list of priorities to stitch. So this is a, can't remember the name of it. Elizabeth and the Lavender Sky is what it's called. I think she's pretty. She's just this beautiful whole complete scene, which I like a lot. These were two challenging acquisitions, but fun to acquire at some point nonetheless. I was watching out for these two quite a while. This one's called Gathering Eggs. And I think she's so cute with her little striped dress, petticoat underneath, little egg basket. I think Kitty Whips has a copy of this. So if anyone else has it, let me know. We can stitch it together. I think she's lovely with a big bright sun, or not the sun, the clouds shining overhead and all the flowers. Makes me, oh, look, they even have lilies. It's very Easter. And this is Fairy Idol. She's a fairy in a bed, like Mooka. So, like I'm saying, I love me some fairies in a bed. I don't know why. I think Kitty Whips also has this one, and she made mention, and I didn't notice it before, but she has a good point. She's like, there's this rabbit. Not sure what the rabbit is or what it's doing, or if it's like a statue. But it's very interesting. And I kind of like it. So that is Fairy Idol. And let's see. This is Eliana, Princess Eliana. A lot of people are stitching this one. And why not? Because look at all of those bold colors and look at the movement in this piece. She's running. And you can just like see her running. You can feel the motion in the actual design itself. So I really like that. Makes me wish I had all day to stitch all the time. This is Snow Days. Pull out the picture. It looks almost like the older patterns. The ones, they're actually on like a photograph. This is like a photograph. And he is out of print, I believe. But he's a cutie. This is called Deco Spirits. This is not out of print, but I think this is super cool with the colors and the, I don't know. I think it's so unique and so, it's unexpected, I guess, with the color palette, and it's just unexpected, and I like it a lot. So that's our Deco Spirits. Of course, fairies, Titania. She's lovely with those big, big, beautiful wings. She would be Queen of the Fairies, Titania, with her golden, gauzy, almost transparent wings that you can see through. Such a marvelous design. And this is a Midsummer's Night Fairy. It's like they go hand in hand, facing each other. Midsummer's Night Fairy. So I think she's quite lovely as well. I just love their wings. They look so much fun to stitch. This is, adding to the fairies, Lily of the Woods. Lily of the Woods. Yeah, Lily of the Woods. So look at these wings. They're all like translucent, and it's pretty. And this one is called Stone Roses. she is a statue, and she is so unusual. Another Flosstuber, she's new. Her handle is Stitching Fae. Oh my goodness, she's prolific. She has tons of works in progress, but she has tons of finished projects. And she has this one as a work in progress, and it looks so good. And I was like, oh my goodness, I love how wonderful it looks. It's so unusual with the kind of, I don't want to say it's monochromatic because it's not, it's like dichromatic. It has like, or trichromatic. It has like 3 colors. I don't know. I just love it. I think she would be fun to stitch. I just don't know what color you should stitch her on. Because I want this kind of affect, like the effect of a statue. I don't know. What do you guys think? I have no idea what color she should go on for the fabric. Okay, and now my special ones, my special patterns. The first one is a pattern gifted to me by my aunt. The actual pattern, I don't have the actual pattern with me. It's in Savannah. I just have the working copy and the photograph. So this is Lady of the Flag. And this is one of the pieces that my aunt stitched that's hanging in her piano room. And I had a comment to see if we could get like a video of her piano room. And I'm going to see if I can try and get a hold of like all of her cross stitch to show, if she'd be willing to share that with me, specifically that piano room with all of the walls covered in cross stitch. And it's so pretty. But this is one of the ones that she has framed and hanging in there. And it looks so good. So that's Lady of the Flag. So she came out as a memorial to September 11th. So she came out in 2001. She's hard to find. But I find that she is not as hard to find as the Queen of Freedom. So this is the Queen, Royal Holiday, the Christmas Queen. She is still in print, so she's not hard to find. I just have her with my queens because she's special like the queens are. And I love the candle. I love how there's just a sense of light about her, like a holiday glow, a warmth, and I really enjoy that. Maybe she should be my holiday start. She could be a fun Christmas start, couldn't she? Christmas in London, or her, or Nora Corbett, Reindeer and Sleigh. Too many choices. And then these two are still in print as well. This is Winter Queen. And this is Summer Queen. And so she had Mirabilia, the Nora Corbett's designed one for each season. These two are still easily available readily available and easily accessible. And then my husband is the one who acquired these for me. This is Autumn Queen, whom I love. I love the color palette that was chosen for autumn. The purples, the teals, the browns, the golden colors. Oh, she's pretty. She's so elegant. And then my favorite is Spring Queen. Ooh, look at that. Look at those roses. Look at them together. Oh. I think they're so pretty. So, finally have the full seasonal queen set, which, courtesy of my husband and his catering to my obsession. And then the last two, they're also seasonal, are the maidens of the seasons 1 and 2. So this is, I'm sorry, I didn't actually take this out of the plastic, so it may be glary. But this is part 1 and part 2. Here's part 2. This is autumn and winter. Ooh, yeah, that's glary. And this is summer and spring. Ooh, sorry guys, that's super glary. And so I want, Fiber Arts Amy is talking about this. She wants to stitch them all on one piece of fabric, and I thought that would be a wonderful idea. Whoops, knocking things over. Thought that would be a wonderful idea also. What's interesting though is that this last one, this winter piece, has needle paints, which is a fiber that was developed specifically for Marilyn Levitt Emblem, which is no longer available. So I'm debating whether or not, I have a few of them, a couple of needle paints, floss, but I'm debating whether or not I should try and collect the entire, like there's a lot that you need, or see if just go with the conversion. So, but yeah, and last but not least, what we've all been waiting for. This is one of my favorite pieces. And it took me a long time to find. And when I did find it, I happened to acquire two of them, two brand new copies, mind you, of Adja the Garden Fairy. I think she's so pretty. And she has all these lovely jewels and trinkets, and oh, she's so pretty. And so, because who doesn't love an out of print pattern as a giveaway, I have one for a friend who would like to stitch with me. So for this giveaway, all you have to do is hit subscribe and comment with the word garden in the comment. And on my next video, I will use the randomizer to pick a winner. She's so pretty. I'm excited. I have her all kitted up. I'm excited to start her. So I can't wait to have a stitchy friend to stitch with me. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me on this pattern parade. I didn't think it was going to take this long, but then again, I do have an enormous number of patterns. And so I appreciate you all, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a great day.